Hi, Wes Lee discussing another cold week on the Mesonet Weather Report. Temperatures continued to remain frigid this past week as another extremely strong cold front moved through the state. On Tuesday morning, there wasn't a 30-degree temperature recorded in the state and only two low 20s in Idabel and Broken Bow. Single digits and even negative numbers were common in the Northwest. The -4 at Eva was one of the coldest days ever recorded in November. This front shattered the coolest temperature records for this day in about 75% of the counties. Wind chills with this front made it feel even colder. The highest wind chill recorded was 13 at Broken Bow and the lowest a -17 in Eva. The temperatures have been below average now for quite a while. This chart shows the statewide average temps over the past few weeks starting from the 12th. The blue lines are the 15-year average for each day, while the orange lines are the actual temperatures. Only 3 of these days reached the expected average number. November the 12th was about 25 degrees below normal. The good news for the state is next week's air temperatures are expected to finally get back to normal and may even be above normal in the western two-thirds of the state. Gary is up next, showing the prospects for rain in the forecast.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, we thought it was cold the previous few weeks, but wow, this week winter really struck us hard. Now, I'm not sure we really need no January weather during November, but it did help keep those drought concerns down. Let's get straight to the new drought monitor map and see what we have. Well, in reality, we have the same basic pattern. We have the moderate to severe drought down across southwest Oklahoma. It's really confined to the southwestern quarter of the state now. And then we have a drought out in the western panhandle with some abnormally dry conditions surrounding both the areas that are indicative of possible drought development in the future if we don't get some appreciable rainfall or moisture in those areas. Now, speaking of moisture, if we look at the last 30 days, we do see that we have gotten significantly drier over western Oklahoma and also up into north central Oklahoma, with central Oklahoma through the eastern sides of the state really getting some pretty good moisture. Less than an inch, and in some cases no rainfall over the last 30 days out through the panhandle, and generally less than an inch or two out across the western third of the state and up into north central Oklahoma. Now, if you look at that as compared to the percent of normal, we see again in the panhandle from 25% of normal over the last 30 days to less than that. But it does show we need that moisture across western Oklahoma, and perhaps next week, as we get into later next week, we'll start to see some of that greatly increased odds of above normal precipitation across the western two-thirds of the state, but especially across the western panhandle. As I said, the cooler weather helps ease those drought woes. We can still get drought developed, though, even if it's cold outside. So we do need that moisture, and we'll keep an eye on that for next week. So we'll see you next week on the Mesonet Weather Report.